Hello once again, everyone, and welcome to the Sanctuary. Once again, we are playing Final Fantasy XIV: A Realm Reborn as a little bit of a trip down memory lane. I'm your host, CruisingX, and before we start off this little endeavor into the next episode, I do want to make one quick heads up. At the time of this recording, I am actually re-recording this. So this episode regarding the Sastasha Seagrot and the next one involving the Tam Tara Deepcroft are re-recorded due to the fact that I forgot to highlight once again before my streams got kicked off. So I apologize for that. You're also going to see some different rules than the upcoming episodes for Copperbell Mines and everything else, because these are the more current rules that I use for more recent episodes of A Trip Down Memory Lane. So, with that being said, let's go over them. First and foremost, now that we have finally gotten past the Envoy quest, I am doing this as Chris Valentine, my main character, under New Game Plus. I am doing this as Meteor's job in the promotional trailer. So, for the first 30 levels worth of quests, I will be running as Marauder, and then afterwards, I will be playing as Warrior. All of the instances I run will be done through duty support only, or solo if I'm feeling ballsy. This is with the exception, of course, of normal raids, alliance raids, and, well, this is with the exception of alliance raids and duties that do not support it. And finally, I am wearing quest level or patch item level appropriate gear. So, if we switch over to my gameplay really quick and realize that I don't have Final Fantasy XIV up and running, you will see that I am currently wearing plundered gear with some copper stuff and the brand new gear set with an iron war axe. I forgot I had a brand new ring, which I always seem to forget for some contrived reason. But I am running as Marauder. My soul stone is not equipped, so a lot of these skills I'm not gonna have access to. But anyway, with that being said, let's switch over to our side-by-side. So, where we left off is that we had just completed our Envoy quest and we are being sent out on a job. Now, at the time of back in the days when I first recorded this, I forgot to start the stream before I started the quest. So, we're going to switch over to gameplay again right quick and talk to the Serpent Officer to complete the quest Call of the Sea. Let's get right down to it. I pray your meeting with the Elder Seedseer went well, my Lord Envoy. Correct me if I'm mistaken, but did you not also deliver a message to Admiral Melvid Bluesvisvin of Limsolaminsa? While you were there, did you happen to meet Boderon, the proprietor of the Drowning Wench? Gregarious gentleman, always happy to help his fellow man. Well, I am told that he has a task for a capable adventurer. I know not what the task entails, but I dare say the Flame General's personal envoy would make a fine candidate. If you are interested in learning more, pray speak with Boderon at his establishment. Sounds good to me. And we've got a free teleport. So, teleport to the aft castle, and now we can switch back to our side-by-side comparison. Right, let us speak with Boderon. Welcome to the Drowning Wench. Did whatever you like, mate. I'll be with you in a... Oh, before we forget, if you've done this, if you started in Limsa, the dialogue will change. So Baderon, back when I did this as Vapa Noon, recognized me and welcomed me with open arms. Anyway, continuing. I'm Baderon, alright. Who's asking? Heard as I've got a job for a capable adventurer, you say? Well, you're bloody right. Just say you fairly won, though. This ain't no job for the faint of heart. Things are liable to get downright bleeding airy. If you think you're still interested, let me know and I'll fill you in with the details. Sounds good to me. Let's pause for a moment while we activate New Game Plus for the next part of this quest. Don't know why it decides to stop there. It's kind of ridiculous. Anyway, now we can go on. It's probably pirates. Oh yeah, and I didn't have any. Oh, this is something I have to address right quick on the side by side, or at least in my window. So you'll notice on Vapa Noon, there are hardly any accessories in there. Well, back in the day, we did not start with the weathered accessories on us. We literally just started out with the clothes on our back. Right now, I'm at item level 50. So if I were to take off the earring, I'd be at item level 14 right now. If I had all the weathered gear that I used to have. But yeah, we didn't start off with the weathered gear set. I don't remember what patch New Adventurers started with accessories, but anyway, let's move on. Thank you for taking the time to help me out. Now, I'm sure you're busy, so I'll come straight to the point. Word has it some suspicious-looking buggers have been sneaking in and out of the Sestasha Sea Grot. I need a trustworthy sort to head up north to Valeport, find out who they are and what they're up to. Don't sound like much, I know. It weren't so long ago as the Fishback's pet pirates paid us an unwelcome visit. Folk are feeling a bit nervous. Again, if you started out in Limsa, you will get different dialogue, as you can see from our window version. He references the nasty business in Swift Perch. But anyway, if you would permit me, Master Baderon, I should be happy to elaborate. Well, if it ain't the Chief Yellow Jacket himself. What do I owe this rare honor, Commodore Reyna? And to make sure me patrons are behaving, or just thirsty? Neither, in fact. I was informed that you had requested an adventurer to assist in my investigation, and I came to offer what information I could sift from recent reports. Again, another dialogue change if you started, or dialogue difference if you started in Limsa. He welcomes you back with open arms as well. Over the course of the past moon, there have been several sightings of an unfamiliar vessel off the coast of Valeport, in the vicinity of the Isles of Umbra. This information came to my attention no more than a few weeks after a squad of my own soldiers had completed a routine patrol of the region, the Sestasha Sea Grot included. Their search revealed little save that a family of Curls had taken up residence in the caves. Nothing to concern us, in short. In light of recent developments, however, it would seem wise to search Sestasha again. But with the Sahagin testing our defenses lately, I am loath to assign the task to the limited forces at my disposal. Our line is stretched as it is. Thus, I sought the services of a competent adventurer to conduct an investigation in our stead. Any aid you can offer in this matter would be greatly appreciated. Then it is settled. Sestasha is located in western Lenosha. For more detailed instructions on how to reach the place, I suggest you consult Vamelpa. She can be found at the ferry docks on the lower decks. You heard the man. Good luck to you, lad. All right, to the Fisherman's Guild. You hear about Commodore Reina's investigation? And you'll want to board a ferry bound for Aleport. Once you arrive in Western Lenosha, though, you'd best pay a visit to the Hall of the Novice before you blunder into Sastasha. The Adventurers Guild runs the hall, and the folk there will prepare you, train you with the skills you need to face the dangers undoubtedly waiting for you in the Sea Grot. The hall is on the way to Sastasha, just north of Aleport. Head inside, and one of their seasoned adventurers will take you in hand. Best of luck to you, friend. All right, now, one of the differences from way back in the day is that, for one, the Hall of the Novice wasn't introduced until well into Heaven's Ward. Patch 2.3, if I remember right. But in order to introduce fresh new adventurers to their roles, they also opened this Hall of the Novice outside of Aleport. Now, I'm going to skip the Seasoned Adventurers dialogue, because I've been through all of these. I don't feel like going through them a second time, so we're going to fast forward and expedite Vapa's little escapades there. I needed a whole bunch of experience back in the day. Alright, let's get him to the... Stop with the chatting, let's... Yeah, those guys were tools to him. I don't know why they even bothered. Why Edda even bothered hanging with them. Anyway... Please tell me you're here on yellow jacket duty and not some daft sod out for a stroll. Can't take any more of this blasted waiting. What? Thank the gods. I assume you already know about the ship seen slipping around the Isles of Umbra. We've been on the lookout for pirate activity ever since that vessel was sighted, thinking a crew of cutthroats might have a den nearby. So, when we received word that men of questionable quality had been seen passing in and out of Sastasha here, we weren't entirely surprised. I've yet to see them for myself, but if this lot belongs to those fishback fancying serpent reavers, well, you can imagine the panic it'll cause. Kidnappings are still fresh in people's minds. Anyway, your task is to poke around in the caves and find out exactly who we're dealing with. While you do that, I'll be keeping watch out here. Praying you don't spot any blue face tattoos. Now, it used to be we could only do this through Duty Finder. But ever since they introduced duty support back in Shadowbringers, they've been slowly but surely introducing the main story dungeons with duty support. So we're just gonna fast forward and expedite our way in. Do this. All right, now, from what I've been given to understand, a significant amount of changes have been made in the Sastasha Sea Grot. Now, we're gonna activate. We actually had to wait for the healer to cast Protect back then. All right. Of course they caught me. Now, for those of you newbies who are watching this who have just gotten into this point of the game, make sure at Sastasha you do one very important thing. And that is, go down and check this bloody memo right quick. Because that'll give you a hint later in the dungeon. Green. Okay. But yeah, it used to be that this dungeon offered a lot of exploration, or at least the earlier Realm Reborn dungeons used to offer a lot of exploration and curiosity. And in fact, it still kind of rewards you for it with the achievements, but hey, Fire Axe. Yeah, there was plenty of exploring to be had in Sastasha if you actually, you know, didn't just go gung-ho and speed run through it. You could check out all of the rooms as well. And in fact, even now you can still, like, check out a lot of the rooms. There hasn't been... The only things that have really changed about this dungeon... Actually... Was it this? Yeah, I think so. Now I'm second-guessing myself, because... It's been a couple of months since I last did this dungeon, so... I wonder how bad I would have gotten my ass beat if I had just, you know, speed run this with my current gear. Let the NPCs take care of all these shade seekers. There we go. So far, we're past the 85-minute mark. I think we're doing a little bit faster than past Kruznik. for those of you who are new and watching this highlight on YouTube, if you'll recall that bloody memo, we can actually go back into our event and see that bloodstained scrap of parchment that says the captain likes his cabbage green. Now that is a hint as to which coral formation you should actually interact with. And it makes it a whole lot easier to speed through this. Now for the first boss. So far, so good. And Firex, before you ask, yeah, we are still doing what I plan on doing tonight. But I wanted to make sure I re-recorded these only because I forgot to highlight them, so... And I've got a whole bunch of other stuff that's on the back burner. So far, we're making really good time. In fact, past the 82-minute mark, past Kruznik is still... Past Kruznik is, not even at Chopper yet. All right, Captain Madison. Alright, grab the coffer, plundered trousers, coming. Is your brother ready as well, Firex, or? All right, let's do a little bit of exploring. So this is a perfectly empty room for the most part. Let's see now. So this one is another fairly empty room. Remember when we used to get experience just for freaking... just for actually killing the enemies and not having to... Oh, that's another thing you won't notice on these dungeons is, these dungeons, it used to be you would gain experience as you defeated enemies, but in dungeons now, you actually gain experience after bosses. It was mostly to combat people just leveling up where they needed to and then just totally ditching the party. All right, so this side of the dungeon is done. Let's get our Scurvy Dog and Shallow Scale Reaver to... There's the captain's quarters key. Now we'll run on over here and go see a bar fight. That's one of the things I really loved about this dungeon is that you always had time to go see a bar fight if you wanted to. Now I'm just gonna drop these guys because I feel like it and I can. And after the 76-minute mark, now past Kruzik is ahead of me. Only because I'm backtracking through so much. I always used to ask new healers if they wanted to join in the bar fight. And that takes care of him. We'll be able to catch up in just a second. There is Dead Man's Drink to worry about. See, I like getting the loot nowadays because I've discovered that you actually get ranked on how many company seals you get over the month. And last month I ranked in at 140 or 240, so hooray for me, I guess. All right. Let's play catch up. They put in this overgrown Reaver here just for the sake of, you know, putting in a key. All right, we've made it to the Wave Rider gate, I should say. All right, we're catching up now. Round 2, Madison. Catch up to past crews. I think I took too much time. And now my accuracy is down. Or not. You really wasted a limit break on this guy. Like, really, he was not worth it. Let's see how much I can hold my own on this. Okay, the healers are pretty decent. Firex, out of curiosity, how late can we go? Alright, we're gonna pause for a second. Or at least on the comparison, because we took way too long. p.m., huh? Okay. And let them take care of the Baleen guards. I'll take care of Den the Orca tube. This dungeon is still this boss is still a basic tank and spank. I think the only things that changed in this dungeon were the visuals. I better help them out. All right, take them out. And we're almost there. There we go. Oh, I skipped the cutscene again. Ah, well. 100 battle axe and foe strikers boots. Nice. All right. Let's get out of here. Back to Limsa. We'll expedite Vappa's little trick there. Aye, such a task was on the books. Was, mind. I'm afraid that ship has already sailed, friend. Ah, might you be the adventurer who accepted the job of investigating Sestasha? It would seem that ship has not only sailed, but now returns to harbor, none the worse for its voyage. A pity. We dragged our boots too long on this one.
No matter. The wheel will turn and our chance will come.
All right, of course. There shall be no rest till we have attained our goal, lofty though it may be.
Not a wink of sleep, great leader.
Our aim, lest you wonder, is to perform such feats of heroism as will earn us a place in the songs of every alehouse in Eorzea. We mean to write a legend which will inspire adventurers as yet unborn to follow our shining example. You have such a goal? Large or small, it matters not. Only have a star to reach for, and you will reach higher. Purpose can sustain you through times of hardship. Keep your eye on the prize, and all obstacles will be overcome in time. You would not think to stride into battle unclad, would you? Well, goals are as arms and armor for the spirit. Wish you fortune in your endeavor, sir. Back then, are you? All your limbs and a tale to tell, I'll wager.
Fishbacks? That I was thinking you'd only have to crack a pirate skull or 3. 7 hells. You turn your back for 5 bloody minutes and the scaly bastards have set up shop on your bleeding doorstep. Still, sounds like you left him in pieces, so I don't suppose they'll be carrying out whatever mischief they was planning. Unless they was planning on feeding themselves to the fauna of Sastasha, of course. Any road, all's well that ends well. On behalf of Limsa, I thank you for shedding some light on this mystery. You've lived up to your reputation. I couldn't ask for no more than that. Now, I bet you're dying for a rest, but just in case you're not, I was wondering if you might be interested in taking on another job. Just so happens that I've had a request from our sister guild in Gridania Sea. Seems the forest folk are in need of a venturer who can get things done. For them to ask for help like this, you can bet the task won't be no skip through a sunny glade. And after the way you dealt with our fishback infestation, I doubt it's anything you can't handle. Give us a shout when you're ready and I'll lay it out for you. Alright. We've completed Sastasha, and we got one more dungeon to go before we're back on track. But for now, we're gonna take a quick break. If you're watching on YouTube and you like if you're watching on Twitch, stay tuned for more. If you're watching on YouTube and you like the video, click the like button below and leave a comment. Subscribe here and click the bell icon for notifications. Click here to watch more. Click here to watch the full trip down memory lane. And click here to watch the next episode when it comes out. See you in a bit.